Skeleton Crew is now out, or at least the first 2 episodes are as of recording this, and I took a little bit of time to sort of wait this out because I didn't want to really do any spoilers, accidental spoilers, because it's been a little bit now since those first 2 episodes released, and I want to talk about how the reception of Skeleton Crew is different from a lot of other Disney Plus shows that have come out over the last couple of years, and especially with The Acolyte, because the reception from The Acolyte's first 2 episodes and the Skeleton Crew's first episode are like a night and day difference. Where with The Acolyte, everyone seems to hate it or have their own opinions on it, and it wasn't until the third episode of The Acolyte where everyone was like, oh my god, this thing is like, what the hell. But with Skeleton Crew, we have to wait and see on that as of recording this. I'm really dating myself here, because only the first 2 episodes are out as of recording this, and so far with their perception, the show is pretty well received. And yeah, I like it so far. But something that I do want to also talk about is the premiere episode. Like the first episode of Skeleton Crew is probably the best premiere we've gotten in a couple of years, or I think ever since Kenobi, in my opinion. Because I really like the first episode of the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Because with the first episode of The Acolyte and other shows, they have this tendency that I don't like with streaming shows where the first episode isn't really a first episode, it's more like a first part. Where with Skeleton Crew, it's not really the case. Like, there is a beginning, middle, and end, but it leaves room for a continuation, which is what the second episode is for. And yeah, I did predict when I was watching, I was like, yeah, the first episode's gonna end with them going to space, and the second episode's gonna end with Jude Law's character revealing himself, which I'm like, I predicted that before it even aired, or when I watched it. Like, it's very easy to tell, because, you know, when you watch enough streaming shows, you know what's gonna end on, because you watch the trailer and it's like, okay, you kind of figure it out. But even with that, I still enjoy the show, because Skeleton Crew is a breath of fresh air compared to all the other shows we've gotten. It's very divisive. But with Skeleton Crew, because there's no expectations, because no one really cared about it. Like, even myself, like, I did not watch the premiere like right when it came out. It was more a couple days after. So yeah, I didn't really get spoiled by it, because it's just a good, decent show. And was it the best thing ever? So far, no. But compared to The Acolyte, it's a night and day difference. And I think it's a really good show on Lucasfilm's part to release this after Acolyte. Because people did not like Acolyte. With all the controversy with it being cancelled and all the crap that's going around, it's nice to have a show that isn't really trying to be controversial, and it's just trying to be a nice, nostalgic, you know, thing that's supposed to represent the good of the 80s child films, like the Goonies and E.T. Like, you can clearly see, even if you haven't watched those movies, you can see where the source is being pulled from. And it's really cool. It's like a celebration of those type of movies. And so I hope that the rest of Skeleton Crew is great. You can come back to this video once the show is finished to see if I'm correct on it, or maybe it takes a nosedive, because I would suck if it would take a nosedive. I really don't want to take a nosedive. I want it to stay consistently good, because the child characters are not like they're not insufferable. Like, they are actually good characters that you want to watch, which is, you know, a thing, because child actors are very inconsistent, but, you know, these child actors are good. I'm like, damn, I can see a career for them, all of them, in the future, if they want to. That's really all that I'm going to be talking about. I'm not really going to the nitty-gritty of stuff, because there's other videos that you can just watch of all the Easter eggs and talking about the show itself. I'm going to do that once the show is finished, like I always do with everything else. I'm not here to talk about it, because like I said, it's only the first 2 episodes as of recording this. I have to keep saying that, because I'm going to outdate myself very quickly. This video is just a reaction to the initial reaction of the show coming out, and how people seem to really like it. And I can see why, because it's a breath of fresh air. Like, the show is different from everything else. It's just good. It's doing what's doing well, and I hope it continues what it's doing. Because if it doesn't, because there's rumors that there are reshoots towards the end of the show, which I don't want the end of the show to be different from the beginning. I really don't. But only time will tell. So if you guys enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, and go now. So goodbye, everyone.